Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Okay, so today we are going to play a game. We're going to play What's Inside the Box. Okay, so I have no idea what's inside of this box. This was set aside next to my desk, and it's been there for a couple of months. I do know I bought this on Amazon, but to be honest, I don't know what it is. On the back, it just says Waling, Deformation, Robot Toys, Figure Gifts for Kid Boys. So I think this might be a knockoff Transformer. I'm trying to remember which Transformer it could be. As like I said, I just had this pile of toys that I never got around to unboxing because I've been so busy with work the past few months. And then I saw this box. I'm like, oh, I forgot all about this. may as well open it up and look at it now. So I'm guessing it's a Transformers figure, and we're gonna find out exactly what it is. It's most likely going to be a knockoff. I can at least tell you that. I just don't know which character it's supposed to be or which figure it's a knockoff of. So let's open up this box and get started. I'm very curious. I'm a big fan of Optimus Prime, and I'm always buying different Optimus Prime figures, so it could be an Optimus figure. Who knows? There's a lot of knockoff Transformer figures on Amazon, so if you're on the hunt for cheap knockoffs, go comb around online. Amazon has a whole bunch of them. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. All right. I do kind of remember ordering this now. This is sick. All right. So this is Deformation model. What does this say? I can't read this. It's produced by Waling. Oh, this is the By Y TW 1029 model level Deformations toys. So it looks like this is a Chinese knockoff of Megatron, and I'm guessing it's probably a knockoff of the Hasbro Studio Series Megatron from the first film, I think, or is it Revenge of the Fallen? Yeah, I think it's Revenge of the Fallen, where he turns into the tank. So this is the Byway TW 1029 knockoff of the Studio Series Megatron. It looks really cool. I'm very, very stoked on this. This is awesome. So if you collect Transformers, the Studio Series figures, they're very expensive, and there is a bunch of companies that make knockoffs, and this happens to be one of them. I'm just kind of like this, flipping around looking at the box. Very intrigued by this. There's some writing up here. What does it say? This packaging picture is for reference only. Please refer to the actual product. All right, let's take this out. Yeah, so I'm excited. I don't buy... So when they first started the Studio Series line of Transformers action figures, I was all on board. And this was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And at the time, 5 or 6 years ago, the Studio Series were kind of marketed as Transformer toys that were trying to be as screen accurate as possible. I kind of felt like the sacrifice was that the figures were a lot smaller than what we were used to. But we got them, and they're incredibly detailed, and they felt pretty, not like one-for-one accurate, but they felt more accurate than the figures we got previously. But over the last 5 years, the Studio Series line of figures, I kind of feel like the quality's kind of dropped a little. But it is what it is. Here are the extra pieces, and I'm going to say this right now. Unfortunately, I am not going to transform this. If you've ever watched any of my Transformer videos, they're horrible. I get lost in the instructions, and it takes me forever to actually transform the toy. But for this video, we're just going to, simply unbox it and take a look at the robot mode. Here are the baggies of accessories. It looks like we have some different arms. We have Megatron's one arm with the fingers right there. Some armor plating, which I'm not sure what these might be the wings, actually. Here's the instruction manual. It feels better quality than the Hasbro ones. At least it feels like it's on a better stock of paper. I hate the Transformer instructions. So growing up in the 80s, the instruction manuals we got were beautiful. They were full color. They were easy to decipher, whereas the newer stuff, it's, I don't know, maybe it's just my age, but I have a hard time deciphering what's going on. So here he is to transform him into his, I believe, his tank mode. I was never really into the puzzle aspect of transforming the figures as an adult. As a child, I was, because I think the figures were a lot simpler back then. The new Transformer figures, man, they're kind of a mess, but they're very, very well done. All right, so for a knockoff, this figure is beautiful. There's the extra Megatron faceplate where it's kind of battle damaged. And Megatron is looking very, very cool here. So I believe this is Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen. And there's actually some metal pieces on here, which is an improvement over the Hasbro one. I can feel the weight, and the metal pieces are cold to touch. Like these are alloy right here. He kind of suffers from like a lot of the modern Transformer problems where he's like completely hollow on the inside. But on the surface, the detailing is really, really, really awesome. I love the color choice too. It's kind of like this metallic, dark champagne-like color. Yeah, look at that face. That is really cool. Nicely done. He even has the Cybertronian writing on his shoulder armor, like we see in the film. So I never got the original Hasbro version, so I don't know if this is like a one-for-one exact knockoff of the original, but with metal pieces. And I do recall reading some of the reviews on Amazon. I remember some people saying this was actually superior to the Hasbro one. For one, it was a cheaper price point, but with the addition of metal pieces, it just felt like you were getting a much more quality action figure. The treads are really well done, incredibly detailed. Look at all the detail work on the inside. You can see all the gears, the small treads. Yeah, very, very stoked on this. Again, I apologize. I'm probably not going to transform this on camera. For a lot of the modern Transformer figures, when I display them, I just pretty much display them in robot mode. In terms of this guy's articulation, his head moves. We have a good amount of motion right here. His arms are articulated. Bend at the elbow. It looks like the fingers, are they individually articulated? Let's see. I think they kind of are, but they might be, but they're a little bit tight. I don't want to force it. There is no articulation at the waist. Again, it's a hollow figure on the inside. His legs do kick up, and then he does bend at the knees. And it's, I don't know, it's just a really, really nice, it's a nice, well-crafted figure. And he does have an upper thigh cut. So you might be able to get this guy in some pretty expressive poses. But yeah, this is sick. I'm so glad I got this. All right, so I'm trying to remember how much I paid for this. This was a few months ago. I want to say I might have gotten him for maybe like $30, which is a steal considering how much the official Hasbro Studio Series figures cost. And if you're curious about the size, also let's get a ruler out so we can see how tall he is. I'm guessing this figure is about the size of a modern leader class figure. which is about the size of a Voyager figure from like 10 years ago. That's the one thing that upsets me about the Transformer figures from today. Nowadays, they're not as large as the older figures. This guy comes in at anywhere between 8.5 to 9 inches. I think it depends on how you extend the legs. But yeah, this guy is awesome. So stoked to have him. I'm a big fan of the live action films. I know some fans hate on them, but I think they're great. They're entertaining. They're good popcorn flicks. You know, they're all about spectacle and blowing things up. So yeah, we have Megatron. Alright, so that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.